Okay, to continue with trig graphs, now we get into in our y equals a sine or cosine bx plus c. We already took care of a and c, so this is going to be about b, which is frequency. And the definition of frequency is the number of complete curves or cycles in 2 pi. Okay, so that means the number of times we can get through our 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0 in 2 pi. So just a quick ugly sketch. If this is sine, or y equals sine x, from 0 to 2 pi, we're going to have this one is y equals sine 2x, because there's 1, 2 complete curves in that 2 pi. So we're going to go through a method, again, knowing our 5 numbers. We're going to go through a method of how do we do this. So let's start off with y equals 2 sine x, sine 2x. So there's our sine. So again, let's write our 5 numbers, 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0. That correspond to our 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. But this time, we're leaving the 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0 alone, and we're going to change our angles. So this number 2, b, we divide each of these by b. So now we really have 0 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 135, and 180. So that's what we need on our axes. So it's going to change how we graph a little bit. We still have 0, but now instead of going to 90, we're going to go to 45, and I'm going to use 2 boxes. And then 2 boxes to 90, and then 2 to 135, and then 2 to 180. But we still want to graph all the way up to 360. So you can tell, as you can see, we're going by 45 degrees. So 2 boxes away is going to be 225, and then 270, and then 315, and then 360. And now we can graph, and I'm going to go up to and down to for 1. So we have 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0. And if we want to repeat it, make it go all the way to 360, we start at 0, go to 1, 0, negative 1, 0. So what our frequency is actually a dilation horizontally. It kind of smushes the curve together. The bigger the number b is, the more sine waves you're going to see in there. Okay? And this does relate to physics and sound waves, frequency on the radio, FM, I know, old school, but that's what it's all about. Okay? So we'll do this one together also. Y equals cosine 1/2 x. Now this is the first cosine that we've done. So our cosine numbers are 1, 0, negative 1, 0, and 1. And we're starting off with as our 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. And now we need to divide by a half. Well, if we remember, dividing by a half is like multiplying by 2. 0 stays 0. 90 becomes 180, 180 becomes 360, 270 becomes 540, and 360 becomes 720. So now on our axes, again, we're going to have to adjust this, and we're going to go 0, 180, 360. I'll make it spread out a little bit more. We have more room than that. Every 3 boxes. 180, 1, 2, 3, 360, 1, 2, 3, 540, 2, 3, and 720. And again, We'll go up and down 2 boxes for ones. But this is cosine, so we're at 1, 0, -1, 0, and 1. Now remember, the definition is the number of complete curves in 2 pi, or 360 degrees. So if you look at y equals sine 2x, it means we should have 2 complete sine graphs in 2 pi, or in 360. And is that what we have? Well, let's see. We have 1 and then 2 in 360. And this one's telling us we should have a half a curve in 2 pi, or 360. So let's look at our graph. When we go from 0 to 360, that's half our graph. Right? That's not one full sine graph, that's a half of it. So that's how frequency is related to our a sine bx plus c.